In terms of millennials, I think what's fascinating to us is when you consider millennial consumption, which is about to become the biggest cohort going forward with regards to overall consumption, how they consume and exactly what they consume and what they buy from is not going to be the same as what the parents did, just the same way the baby boomers did not consume the same way as their parents did. And I think we're intrigued the degree to which people maybe are underestimating the degree to which the expectations of millennials will be very different. You can't buy your own house if you live in some of the largest cities in the world because it's unaffordable. You rent a car and probably don't buy it. There's brand names that have been created every day and much more quickly than they have done in the past. So lifestyle, choice, diversity within societies are all very different than what we would have had historically, which probably means changing different consumption habits. And in a world where overall consumption growth is pretty modest, those changing market share expectations can be very important. If you think the cohort of millennials has a big impact in developed, it's absolutely massive from a scale perspective on a global basis, whether it's China, whether it's India, whether it's Indonesia, the degree to which you've got a very large part of the population now about to have more wealth than the parents do, consuming different ways than the parents do, and the willingness to spend, and indeed ability to spend with availability of credit, means in many ways in the emerging markets, the pattern we saw the baby boomers and the growth of companies that benefited from that change of increased consumption are probably the same patterns we probably see in the emerging markets. That can be anything from a financial company to our other consumers, or indeed some housing. So there's a range of different things. So the millennial cohort is going to be a huge impact, not just within those markets and potentially on a global basis. For example, another thing we picked up on as well is the growth in tourism and the degree to which that the tourists coming from emerging markets, of China being the best example, there's a clear linkage between GDP per capita and spending. And undoubtedly, as wealth goes up in GDP per capita in China, the scale of the population is very large, and the availability of passports to travel, and indeed the ability to do so, means you visit many destinations in the world, a problem of overcrowding and too many tourists is the reality. So finding other companies or businesses in those locations that are going to benefit from that growth in tourism is one area of potential growth of interest.